this June 16, 2023 Board of Equalization meeting to order. First item is roll call. Mr. Brett Town.
Here.
Miss Eleanor Thompson.
Present.
And I'm Patrick Crawley, and I'm here. Notice of the meeting was properly posted. First item, and I want to make an announcement here. I got an email from Mercy Galindo, who represents, I believe it's ARMM LLC,
Right.
owner of all these properties that we had set for next week and beyond. But at any rate, we got an email from her who says, please accept this email as notification of withdrawal for the below listed properties. We agree the current assessment and will not be challenged. Okay, there are 15 pieces of property. They're all listed here, and the fight's over. Okay. Having made that announcement, those properties, by agreement, have been withdrawn. Well, not by, they just withdraw it. They have a right to withdraw at any moment. All right. First item on the agenda today is BOE number 87. It's the property at 8436 Northwest 87th Street in Oklahoma City. This was one that the assessor has it $174,500. Taxpayer wants $163,000. What say the board?
This was one where they gave absolutely no information. It's a rental property, but they didn't even make an argument. They just stood on their submission. So I had no reason to disagree with the assessors. And the assessor's valuation is $7,000. Am I doing that correctly? No, $13,000 less than it was in 22.
You know, at first I looked at this and I thought there might be something even in between these, because there was a valid sale. This is a single sale, an arm's length transaction in April of 2022 for $163,000. However, it didn't take in over half a year's appreciation. And when and I think that year in 2022, we appreciated on the average 16%. When I added that in, I came up with a big calculation of 173.5. So I feel like that's close enough to the assessor's valuation to accept theirs.
Yes, I agree. I think that the median value of the comps the assessors put in was $187,332. But at any rate, $93.73 a square foot for the 174.5. No rental information was presented on this and was not in any of the rest of it. Therefore, I agree with the assessor's value too. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, on BOE number 87, I move that we set the fair market value of this property at $174,500.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next piece of property number, BOE number 99. It's the account number ending in 4110. It's the property at 3900 North Bartell Road. Assessor has it at $171,000. Taxpayer is asking for $159,000. What say the board?
This is an invalid multi-property sale in June of 22 for $1,579,500. And once again, no rental information. So I saw no reason to deviate from the value set by the assessor.
I agree. In 2022, this property had a fair market value of $157,000. The taxpayer only is asking for a $2,000 increase for 2023. I don't think that meets what's going on in our market in this area during that time period. So I would support the assessor's valuation as well.
I agree. I drew a average because there was no other information to do with these 6 properties. I get $263,000. So I agree the assessor's value is fair and reasonable.
So I move that we set the fair market value of BOE number 99 at $171,000.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next piece of property is BOE number 102. It's 9405 Northeast 14th Street in Midwest City. Assessor has it 97,500. Taxpayer wants 83,500. What say the board?
We have, this one is, let's see, 15 plus 1.5, so we're right at $16,000 to $17,000 under the median comp. And there were 2 bulk sales on this property, so both of which were invalid. So I saw no reason to, that much under the median value of the comps to deviate from the assessor's valuation.
Again, the taxpayer's asking for this property to be valued at less than the previous year in a rising market environment in Oklahoma County. So again, I would support the assessor's valuation. And I would like to make a motion that BOE number 102, that the board accept the set this fair market value of this property at $97,500.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
BOE number 104 is the next one. It's account number 10, ending in 1010. The assessor has this one at $228,000, and the taxpayer wants $192,500. What say the board?
Okay, their sale was in July of 21 at $192,500, which means they want no increase for 18 months and gave no reason why there should be no increase and no rental information. See, I have 4 comp median at 245, so the assessor's valuation is under that.
I agree.
I agree as well. This is not the market we're in, that we have been in.
Right. So I have a motion to set the fair market value of BOE number 104 at $228,000.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Next one on the agenda, BOE number 106. It's account number ending in 1620. It's 1113 Woodcrest in Midwest City. The assessor has it at $140,500. Taxpayer wants $125,000. What say the board?
This is a multi-partial sale in March of 22. $828,500. They've assessed this value at $125 with no reason how they did that. And we are, let's see, 12 and 30 is 32. We're not 15% above the 22 valuation by the assessor. The median comps were 162,367, so the value of 140,500 by the assessor is well under the median. So I see no reason to deviate from the assessor's valuation.
I agree.
I agree.
So I have a motion, make a motion that we set the fair market value of BOE number 106 at $140,500.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Next piece of property is BOE number 108. Account number ending in 1170. The assessor has it at $191,500. The taxpayers want $175,800. What say the board?
Well, again, this was a part of a large multi-parcel sale, $6.3 million for 35 parcels in March of 2022. Really, there's no support given for the taxpayer's valuation. There's no means for us to calculate that, so I fall back on the assessor's use of comps. The assessor's valuation of $191,500 is less than the median comps that we have in that area.
Right.
So I'm going to support the assessor's valuation.
And also there was a second multi-sale that's even worse than the first one. In July of 22, 1,174,000, and there were only 3 parcels. So how you get 175 as a good value of 3 parcels is beyond me, so I agree with Brett.
And that's the issue, that they're not providing documentation
Right.
that allows us to make any reasonable inference to their valuations.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the lack of evidence that they presented that carries the day as far as I'm concerned. Anyway,
Okay.
you have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, on BOE number 108, I move that we set the fair market value of the property at $191,500.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Alright, BOE number 109, it's number 7 on our docket. The account number is 3080 and 3080. It's 11616 Wallace Avenue in Oklahoma City. The assessor has it 156,000. They want, the taxpayer wants 140,000. What say the board?
Well, we have a 6-comp median of 163,790, so the assessor's valuation is under the median. This was an invalid multi-partial, April of 22 purchase. 7 parcels, 1,513,000. No value, no reason given, no rental information. So I stay with the assessor's valuation of 156.
I concur.
So I make a motion that BOE number 109's fair market value be set at $156,000.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next one on docket is BOE number 116, which was an agreement between the parties of 191,000. And then that brings us to BOE number 117, it's number 8 on our docket. The assessor has, it's 8832 Park Ridge Drive in Oklahoma City. Assessor has it 174,000. The taxpayer asking 152,750. What say the board?
Well, again, we have the same issues that we've had with the previous items. This is a multi-home sale, non-arm's length at $871,000 in 2021. The taxpayer asking $152,750 is just a little bit over the valuation that the assessor had in 2022. Although this is a little closer, when you just look at, if you increase the valuation by the average of 2022, you come up with $175,100. So I feel like the assessor's valuation is pretty spot on.
I agree that the math on this purchase, if you took the median because there was no other evidence to present, it's 217,750. So 174,000 sounds fair and reasonable to me. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, on BOE number 117, I would like to move that we set the fair market value of this property at $174,000.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That brings us to BOE number 118, 2632 Kingsway in the village. That's account number ending in 1975. The assessor has it assessed it at 198,000. Taxpayer wants 175,000. Last year was 173,000. What say the board?
There's just a 15% increase from 2022 to 2023 on the assessor's valuation. This was a 4-parcel sale in December of 22 for $1,039,255. So, no. Oh, and then in March of last year, it was a $16 million. So we got 2 invalid sales going on this property. And an assessor's median of 210,273, so we're well under the median.
I agree that this property seems to be, have a fair market value assigned to it by the assessor.
I agree. The sale, if you just took the sale and took divided by the parcels in there, there's no way you come down to 198,000, so.
And then the comps, 6 comps from by the assessor at a median value of 210.
Right.
That's the fairness factor to me, that they're assessing these below the median of the comps.
I agree.
So I move that we set the fair market value of BOE number 118 at $198,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next one, docket's 119, on account number in 2230, we had an agreement
Right.
of 249,000, that was already settled. And BOE number 120, also agreed at 146,000. So then that brings us to BOE number 121, the last one on our docket. The assessor has a 233,500. The taxpayer wants 209,000. What say the board?
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was a multi-parcel in
Yes.
2022. It was
April.
April, but it was only 2 parcels,
Right.
494,000, which is, I'm gonna make sure I do this correctly for me.
Almost about 245,000 apiece.
Yep,
Yeah.
247,000. The assessor's valuation of 233.5, 6 comp comparison, median price, 247.56. Again, I feel like the assessor is certainly more accurate in their valuation than the taxpayer is in this instance, even based on a little bit closer evidence, a little bit better evidence than we've had on other parcels.
I agree.
So, Mr. Chairman, on BOE number 121, I move that we set the fair market value of this property at $233,500.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. That's the last one on our docket today. Seeing no citizens, the board have any comments?
No, just, we need to just state there'll be no meetings next week. Our next meeting will be Monday, June 26th.
Correct. So, and I'll see how this will be officially registered, because so we don't have work Mondays, so we are technically within the 24 hours that are required to amend the meeting. So y'all will just not show up, and it will probably just fail for lack of quorum, but there should be no need to do anything anyway. We've already addressed that today on the public record. So the next day you should need to come in will be June 26th, which will be a couple Mondays from now. And it will be for our first business personal appeals, Dillard's, both Dillard's, one at Penn Square and one at Quail Springs. So we'll get those packets to you. And
Are we doing a Walmart? Is there somebody, or is it Target? Is somebody, one of those?
don't remember specifically.
That'll be interesting.
Okay. Well, just for the record here, on Tuesday, we have a tax roll corrections, which I'm the only one, I guess, that show up for that.
Correct. Yes.
So I'll be here for that. And then that's it for next week for all of us. And let me see, beyond that, we're talking about
We have to meet the 3rd of July
For excise.
Yeah, because anybody know how Butch's sale went Tuesday?
Well, your July 3rd excise meeting is going to be a whopper, so
Sure.
get ready. Yes.
I don't know if this has to be on the record or not, but because Ryan decided to withdraw before going before the board, does that technically fall on the lines of it not being a BOE ordeal?
Well, the taxpayer has a right to withdraw their appeal
Right.
at any point.
So your value stands, right?
Well, right, but I didn't know if, since they technically weren't heard, because you can actually withdraw while the board is going on, but since she's not even going before the board, is it how that works?
I'm relying on the email that she sent,
Okay.
saying that she withdrew all these properties.
Okay.
They have a right to do that, and if they have changed their mind or if there's something wrong with this email, they can bring that up and we'll listen to it and accept or probably reject.
I will defer to that answer. That sounds good.
Okay.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.